Let's just jump right in. If you've been listening to music lately and thinking, man, this sounds nothing like what was on the radio 10 years ago, well, you're absolutely right. Over the last decade, a huge wave of tech and just raw creativity has totally flipped the script on how music gets made, how we listen to it, and even how it makes us feel.
So here's the roadmap for this explainer. We're going to look at the new sonic landscape, get into how AI is becoming a creative partner, and see how artists are just smashing genres together. Then, we'll explore music that's more than just for listening, and finally, we'll take a peek at what's next for the future of sound.
All right, so to really get a handle on where music is going, we first have to understand what's pushing it there. Think of these as the big currents under the surface that are changing everything.
So what is it? Why does everything sound so new? Well, it's not just one thing. It's more like a perfect storm of a few key drivers that have changed the game for, well, everyone.
It really comes down to these three big things. First up, the tools. Professional-grade software and gear are now so cheap, pretty much anyone with a laptop has a recording studio. Second, streaming. Platforms like TikTok have literally rewired our brains for short, super catchy hooks that grab you in seconds. And third, you've got global collaboration. A producer in LA can work, in real time, with a singer in Seoul. The borders are just gone.
So you mix all that together and you get the perfect environment for our first major effect, the rise of artificial intelligence. And as you're about to see, this isn't about robots replacing artists. It's about giving them a powerful new co-pilot. Okay, so when we talk about AI in music, this is usually what we mean. Generative AI. Think of it like a music student that has listened to pretty much every song ever recorded. It learns all the patterns, all the styles, and can then generate something totally new from all that knowledge.
And what's really fascinating is how specialized these AI tools are getting. You've got platforms like Iva, which is amazing at creating these big, emotional scores for movies. Then there's Amper Music, which is a total go-to for YouTubers and content creators who need custom royalty-free music. And Loudly AI can even spin up a whole track just from a little audio clip you upload. This quote from Taryn Southern, who made a whole album using AI, just nails it. She makes it so clear. For her, the AI wasn't the artist. The AI was the producer, the band. It was a tool that filled in the gaps in her own skill set, letting her bring her vision to life without needing a huge studio or session musician.
So, this brand new toolbox isn't just changing how music is made, it's completely changing what music is being made. Artists are now totally free to just break all the old rules about genres, sound, and even the notes themselves.
I mean, take an artist like Robert Glasper. In the past, you'd have to stick him in the jazz bin, or maybe R&B, or hip-hop. But now, he's all of it, all at once. He just flows between these styles, creating this incredible hybrid sound that you can't really label. And that's becoming the new normal.
And the lines aren't just blurring between genres. They're blurring between what we think of as music and what we think of as, well, noise. I mean, get this. In her massive hit, Bad Guy, Billie Eilish actually sampled the sound of a dentist's drill. It's part of this huge trend of using everyday, real-world sounds to create these unique textures that just make you sit up and listen.
Artists are also getting way more adventurous with the actual notes they use. For centuries, Western music was basically built on the 12 notes you see on a piano. Microtonality just kind of throws that rulebook out the window. It's all about exploring the infinite space between those keys.
This is the perfect way to picture it. Traditional tuning is like a staircase. You have 12 distinct, rigid steps. But microtonality, which you hear in the work of people like Jacob Collier, is like a smooth ramp. It just unlocks this whole new world of emotional colors and harmonies that simply didn't exist before.
But this whole revolution isn't just about what we're hearing. It's getting physical. It's changing the actual instruments in artists' hands and the worlds we get to experience their music in.
You know, even classic instruments are getting a serious upgrade. A traditional wooden cello, for example, can get all warped by changes in humidity or temperature. But these new carbon fiber instruments, they're super tough, super light, and they sound exactly the same whether you're in a humid jungle or a dry desert.
And then you've got these totally new inventions, like the Artiphon Instrument One. What even is it? A guitar, a keyboard, a drum machine? The answer is yes. It's a digital chameleon.
It can be whatever you want it to be, completely erasing the line between your idea and the sound you create.
And it's not just how music is played, it's how it's heard. Technologies like spatial audio and Dolby Atmos are transforming listening. It's no longer just left and right. Now sound can come from above you, below you, behind you. It creates this incredible 3D bubble of sound.
And this isn't just some tech gimmick. It's a real, powerful compositional tool. You have composers like Bergrun Snæbjørn's daughter, who design entire pieces where the movement of sound through the room is just as important as the melody. It's a whole new way of thinking about music.
All of this stuff, the new instruments, the new ways of hearing, it's all leading to a radical new idea for live shows. They're shifting from something you just sit and watch to something you're actually a part of.
We're seeing this happen in a few cool ways. You have artists performing in virtual reality or using AR to bring crazy visuals into the real world. You've got giant interactive art at festivals like Coachella that the crowd can actually play with. And sometimes the audience itself becomes the instrument, with their claps or their movements getting mixed right into the performance.
So after this whirlwind tour of the last decade, where does all this leave us? I mean, what could the future of sound possibly look like from here?
If there is one single thing to take away from all of this, it has to be this. Technology isn't kicking artists out of the picture. Not at all. It's just giving them a bigger, weirder, and way more powerful set of tools to play with. So when we look forward, it's really these three things that are going to keep driving the bus. Democratized tools mean anyone with an idea gets a shot. Global influences will keep mixing and matching to create sounds we've never heard. And creative AI is only going to get more sophisticated as a true partner in making art.
And that leaves us with one last, kind of mind-blowing question to chew on, as that line between the human creator and their smart computer co-pilot gets blurrier and blurrier. What totally new, maybe even unimaginable sounds are going to pop up and become the soundtrack of our future?